Possibly taking
elimination game between Talon Esports versus Nongshim.
Left over here, Persia spots one, pushes them
Just
back.
woke
One
up,
turn
so
taken over, but still no relay.
still,
You heard two weapons.
vamos lá, Slepe.
Talon has to be very
Let's
wary
go,
of their
let's
spacing
go.
right now. Relay boat goes out, but Gravnet just to counteract.
Governor smoke as well. They continue to push out. Danby comes back
And
in.
I really don't know what.
Governor getting
Who is going
ahead
to
was
win this,
so
bro?
big there, and then the coverage as well. Governor
Very
not being left on an island way out front. I love the proactivity from
high
Talon
pressure
so
for
far.
Talon.
And now PRIMMIE, he's going to trip the wall well ahead of time so his team can flood in. The confidence right now from PRIMMIE to just pick these fights. I mean, you only have 30 seconds, so PRIMMIE kind of has to survive, but that's not a problem for PRIMMIE.
PRIMMIE back on
He's
the
just gonna
claw.
win out that
I like
1v1
that.
against Margaret.
That is truly confident. He's sitting on smokes, but he's not even using them. Not needed. And Ben comes back in for that refill back into his backside as well. Now the final one, Francis, footsteps completely heard.
Have two people still tied up on A, but immediate rotate from Domby. He gets the call. Francis wants to focus on C, and they know they tag someone on B main as well. So Domby's already there for the crossfire. Here comes the Nightfall, the flying
Woo,
through.
Governor.
Is gonna get
Oh my God, that was clean, that was clean.
As well. Trade denied. Shearwall will buy time. Only 13 seconds left on the clock. Francis, for now, all alone on the site. He gets one. Ivy eventually goes down. Francis good for two. And now it's up to Persia, the big brother of Nongshim.
Plan this shit.
Oh, was that enough time?
Are they trolling?
Persia thinking no. And
Are they trolling? They trolling for sure.
it's the clutch.
That was down to like a fraction of a second, and they were just a little bit too late to get within range of the spike planting
What
area.
the fuck happened?
Oh,
Who had the
that
spike?
is
He missed that.
devastating. I covered his entry and the annihilation. It was so good. The catch from
Bro,
Jim
it was
Boys
so
as well.
clean. The entry
Making
was
sure they
perfect.
had
What the
Nongshim
fuck
panicking.
happened?
And Persia just saying,
Bro, I
hey,
cannot
let's take the
believe
bet.
what just
I don't wanna risk
happened.
Potentially getting caught out here.
What?
Just
How
runs
did I
away with
already?
the time. Margaret now with the early shot, taking down Ban. I mean, you don't even have passive info Sentinel, but that's your Sentinel gone nonetheless. Lots of info.
Bro, low-key,
against
that's that
Persia,
tilting round that
but
they
Domby
lost,
already
bro.
Here for the trade, and Talon not feeling too confident. They're coming out one by one through the smoke and just getting run down by the duo.
The way
of
Talon
Nongshim.
loses, bro, is
So
different.
simple,
It's
so
actually
clean and-
different.
A lot of information for that. Now, it's the same setup. You still got the relay bolt. You still got the paranoia. How do they want to do this? This time, Governor tries to get ahead. That worked last time, and it works this time. He's going to sit way far ahead in the smoke. Persia still good for drop shots. What is that? 3 now in this map. But eventually, Talon wins out on the rubble area.
Man, the
With that
game
trade,
between
possibly a little bit more
Nongshim and
time and pacing
RIQ
to get
yesterday
further
was
into the ace, but just as
legendary,
they were
bro.
about to do that, the Astra comes
For
up with
real,
the smoke,
even
and
if
now
you don't
already back in
cheer
position
for
to
any
hold
of
off
these
A.
things.
Still though, they go through Baby
Actually,
Door. It's only
could.
just
Because you're here,
Francis
right?
here with the judge.
But man, for everyone, tell your friends, watch that game.
Will go
It
down
was
from Cruz.
incredible, man.
Yeah, this actually gives a nice chance for Nongshim because they've got us around. So Talon has to push out together on one side, eliminate a member of Nongshim. That's the idea right now from Talon, both hiding in a crossfire. No, doubled up in the smoke. Timing against the Astra.
I said the same thing about Loud
from PRIMMIE.
versus
And as soon as they hear the star go up, now they know the location of Margaret. PRIMMIE on for 3, looking for the 4K. Low health, but he's still peeking out.
Let's go,
and he
PRIMMIE,
will
let's
secure his
go.
own kills.
Get out,
Man,
man. It's
the
just
first game
PRIMMIE.
ever from PRIMMIE on
He
VCT
does
was
it
on
so
Clove,
many
right?
times. He found
Against
the
Secret?
trade for Governor, but at
On
the
this
same
map.
time, coming back into B site, the
They
fact
made
that he was able to
history
peek
that
out of
day,
the smoke
bro.
on a timing like that
Qualified
really
for
throws
change.
off that retake for Nongshim. Even if they were just
Today they are
trying
fighting, man, to
trying
keep the
to get
dream
it
alive to
mounted,
qualify
it
for
didn't
Master
happen.
Bangkok.
It was a little adjustment.
Can imagine Talon there? That would be insane. I would love to see that. Okay.
Get the shot in. Persia with the drop shot, sure. But then PRIMMIE comes in for the trade, and with that, the mid-round decision to go back
Fans would
through
be
to
so
B,
happy.
which really cemented things down. Next one comes back in, and it's another rubble fight once again. But this time, a little bit of close smoke, but no!
Oh, it's huge Gravnet. Just keeps them all lined up. Okay,
but look at
we
this guy
see a couple snappy
shooting.
shots from Francis, but
Damn.
PRIMMIE's still able to at least scout out. Doesn't look like he's going to get a chance. Ivy's not going to give that timer to that PRIMMIE ultimate. Not
I like
dead
that
yet,
PRIMMIE.
but
Not
soon
this.
to be. But he has cleared a
he's-
lot of space and time to make
Never mind,
this a
never mind.
2v2.
I forgot that. Was
An
that.
opportunity for Talon for sure. So spike down, be able to hold it from tree, but you do have Margaret who's starting to creep in from the back.
Land distributor here.
Sonic sensor.
Huge for
You
Talon.
can double up. You have the annihilation at some point to just buy time as well.
Annihilation for ban.
Not seeing anyone come up. Oh, the
Huge
smoke, and
by
now it's
time.
a pinch. Talon, they're stuck in the smoke. They've actually just been baited right into the trap. Nongshim wanted this. Nobody watching for it. Ban, he's trying to peek out. He doesn't catch any sight. The annihilation.
He got it, he got it.
Through. It's going to actually land on the other side, and the lineup not quite happening.
Oof. Man, that's huge, bro. That's actually huge.
Unlucky, but still, now Francis gets to push up front towards B, finds Jit Boys. on an isolated duel. This does not look too good for Talon in the round.
Yeah, they knew they had him pinched down, right? The door opens, they don't see him, but he was already in B main, so where's he got to be? Governor's ready to pick that one up, but do they expect Dombi to be on that left corner? Nongshim constantly being ready. Another crossfire set up on the C side as well. Margaret's low, but there's 2 members close. Ivy now going a bit further out. You know that the double blast packs are available, and you know that the pain shell is available as well from Governor. So Nongshim's just giving that space.
Down to the execute. They're gonna have to time it really well though. There's the grab net, but oh look, it's just Ivy able to get it.
Yeah, they got destroyed there, bro.
2 kills down, and it's just bad onto the other side. Oh, by the really
Talon's low
money.
money.
At least having the 4 score right now, it's not the worst thing in the world. Sheer wall outside of B. Here comes Francis.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Unfortunately falls, and that's the B side
Francis
opened up
surprise.
2 players. Demi
Good
tries
boys.
to regress, but shut down by Jit Boys.
Yeah, Jit Boys was so ready
well,
for
man,
that.
doing
Just
well.
sidesteps that relay bolt as well. Finally, some great space taken. They
But I
understood.
think I'll add this is a great
Oh, a
path
nice
for
catch from Van as well. So Talon understands that it's always been Francis holding solo on B unless it's a trap play. They recognize Ivy coming through with a nice jiggle peek. But I mean, 4v2, surely Talon doesn't lose
And
out on this
Governor,
one.
man.
So even
He's
though
one away from
Nongshim
his
has a couple of
showstopper.
those ultimates
This
still
is
left
big for
on
the
the
next
remaining
round.
members, it's just going to be a save.
Yeah, numbers a little bit overwhelming. Good little pressure smoke coming out from PRIMMIE as well. A little bit deeper than before, so Nongshim not quite able to come back in, but they will still try to get towards the angle around
That's
stairs.
good, boys. What a round, man.
Yeah, and PRIMMIE doesn't have anything to scout out. It's just going to be a straight duel if he does go. And Persia is just out of there right behind Governor. And they're able to bait out the showstopper as well. Perfect bait and switch here from Nongshim, recognizing the threat that's coming through. Governor will do what he can up front. He will secure the
Good
site.
entry, Governor,
So
once
that
again, man.
should lead to the spike
He's
being
doing his
planted. But
job.
Nongshim's already here. 3 members arrived.
He did play it safe, but he wanted to come back in to just maybe try to hold the side a little second longer for the rest of his team. Unfortunately, goes down, but here comes Danby in with the overdrive.
What?
Down 2.
Yo, he should never.
In the tree, spotted out the shorty. He's forcing the bullets away. Now coming back in, but
He should never get you there.
Now down to Francis for the trade. PRIMMIE coming back in on his own as well, but Ivy sticking onto the spike. Gets up and halfway, and there's the burst. Ivy with the poison
Bro,
to take
I gotta
down
say,
Talon in the last round
everyone
of the
on this
first half.
Nongshim things.
Just a great play.
So
Here's the
good,
footsteps, Eddie, but Nongshim came prepared for
Must
how
win.
Talon
Beast
looked to
around.
dissect that vice setup.
Here for Talon.
I mean, these guys deserve an award for how strong their mental is, but right now, just sliding into the C site, unfortunately hit by the right click of Jit Boys.
Yeah, that's also
Man, and
a
this thing
very
is growing so much.
classic Nongshim
The
thing.
best Ascension
It
thing,
is
bro.
Dombi
For sure.
just going a little too far out, a little too much on his own. And Talon, I mean, you
They
saw the
came
same
out-
thing. They back away. They just make sure it's 2v1.
From
Now we'll see if the retake can
PRIMMIE,
happen 5v4. But Nongshim now recognizing, yeah, they don't have the numbers.
One
So they're
Ascension?
trying to extend their reach. It is planted for them even from
I'm
backside.
doing pretty good here,
It
man.
is all 4, though. I feel as though this is a little bit risky.
I don't mind it because even if you get spotted,
And there was in
it's
the
hard to expect
G2
that it's going to
Classic,
be all
so-
4. Now, of course, now the site is all clear, so
You know who
Talon
inspired
should know
them.
very well where they're at. Oh my goodness, that is a huge spot, and Persia just jumps through all of it.
Uh-oh. And it's going to be their barrier match that kind of undoes them a little bit. Ivy still spamming through, though. PRIMMIE coming back in just to trade off, and he gets the final
Let's go,
headshot
PRIMMIE.
as well. Governor sticking the
This
spike
kid
to
is so good
completion.
with pistols.
Now this is up to Governor. He's got the outlaw. Has to
Bro,
land
Asper's
shots,
just that
will
they
take down
insane
Dombi.
shot on the.
That's a very big one. Only 30 seconds left,
Icy,
but look
man.
at the map. You've already, if you're Talon, Jip was already had control.
Upper draft
But you
dashing,
needed to stay
and he got
alive
the
there.
middleware, bro.
But bot time
Crazy.
for Governor to come through. PRIMMIE has now arrived on the site. They are trying to hold on. PRIMMIE all alone.
not supposed to be.
1v3 on the site so far. Jit Boy's trying to run his way over with a sheriff in hand. Spike getting planted.
Ah,
Jit
bro,
Boys is
what
getting
is this
rushed.
noise,
He
man?
thinks he has a timing. All down to PRIMMIE. Good for 1. Nongshim, they might have to close the gap a little bit if they want to play together. Timing not quite on their side, getting ready for the gravity well first. So Talon's gonna take, PRIMMIE's gonna take this chance. Try to isolate one member first. Can he get the shot? 1 HP. The armor will regen eventually, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. Escapes from the gravity well. Door gets open. He's not sure if it's a wraparound this way or that.
What is that? Gouge
He'll
pick,
take
bro.
his guesses,
Like,
50-50.
This is a new one.
He would love to try to get ahead, but this looks impossible! Maybe not, but Ivy
Bro,
will
can
make
you
sure
imagine that?
does not become a reality.
How do you call GG?
There were 2 people over by Rubble, so that's the hit. Coming onto Nightfall, onto the site. Even if PRIMMIE was here, it's at max 2, maybe 3 people. We have the numbers advantage, and that's
Let's see how good is
given
their
over. Do they
attack, man.
try for the metal and the spam through the wall? Looks like it's just going to be a nade combo, and the C's just barely not landing.
Still spike planted for Nongshim. Dombi with the judge looking for the right position to play it.
See if they're able to get through. Lots of delay already set up. The smoke set up for Dombi. He's going to take an off angle, see if he can get the jump. He's ready for it. Reads Governor's mind. Sees the head of PRIMMIE as well, giving the positions, but Dombi gets taken down. And Talon, they
Well played, well played.
With the trades. Now they're looking, where could Ivy be?
Time.
He gets 1 kill. Now they know the location. He needs to peek out a bit further. He needs to battle through. He needs to find the shots. And PRIMMIE just finds the right timing to answer back. Pushes them out. So much pressure. No util answer back. And look great. Ready for the trap. Swings out and lands the headshot.
It's perfect.
Ridiculously fast. It was a judge in Governor's hands, but now that's all gone.
Knew it.
Possibly B split now
beautiful.
coming out from Nongshim.
Like
they know that they have the space. Talon's still hovering up around stairs, maybe looking back into refill heaven, but everything's been blocked off now by the stars. Dombi picks up the judge and
this
gets the
game's
spot.
happened way too early.
That's the weapon he wants. Now Talon,
VCT
they have
Americas
to hope
ended
that
up
Ban is able to
too
pick
late.
a kill or 2. But he needs to put pressure from behind so the forces can get through. They're trying to reposition. He gets 1.
Slapped 2
Goes
hours.
for the fast reload. Wants to make sure he has 2. There's the swing out, and Ban's gonna get taken out. Meanwhile, Dombi's still alive with a judge, not able to land it onto the next target. Now entering the site, 2v3. No time for any further util. No, not much util left. In fact, Cruz will go for the tap. Trying to draw them out. Persia's nice and clean with the Sheriff. Takes off PRIMMIE's head, and Cruz all alone meets Margaret in the smoke.
Bro, this is a big round, man. Talon always lose those.
Spammed in the 1 spot now. A bit of nightfall from Cruz to try to fend them off and hold, but Persia gets ahead with the From the Shadows. That might allow for Nongshim to maybe slip through.
They're trying to surround that A side. Back up. Almost arriving on Talon, but they still don't have clean information, but it doesn't matter if Francis lands shots like that. Site now opened up by sheer force. Dombi sliding through, gets the duel with PRIMMIE. PRIMMIE's gonna win out this time. High-low set up by Governor. PRIMMIE dropping down. They know they have to go fast. Showstopper online. PRIMMIE uses the not dead yet, buys time for his teammates. Now down to a 2v2. PRIMMIE has to go out for the kills. He needs to find him. Nongshim is just gonna wait it out. They don't want to give this fight, but they have to check the spike. It doesn't
close,
matter. They'll
bro.
gun him down, and they'll gun down Governor too.
11-8 money on Talon is not good.
Baited out the grab net. But of course, Talon comes in with a quick rotation just in time as well. But then the Nightfall. Annihilation from Ban too.
Yeah, Dombi kind of left alone, but the back has to arrive. Margaret's going to open up the shots first. Cruz goes for the trade, but there's the overdrive, and he is just running amok on that C site. Nobody able to find their targets anymore. And now Talon looking to just hold. Jitboy still
There's hope,
not
Talon
aware
fans. There's
if there
hope.
is anyone further
Almost
on the
fade.
flank, but he will have to join up. 2v4. You give this up, it's map point, so Talon, they'll go for it. But it's not looking
And this
great.
Nongshim team, man, these guys are good, bro.
Hear the
These
footsteps
guys
of
are
Juan,
actually
tries to
really
go for the
good.
swing out, finishes off the kill. Governor good for the first one. Dombi answers back. Jip Boys, he knows the answer of 1, but he has no idea where the rest of the other members are.
Especially when this guy's on you.
Gives an opportunity for the
Then they are
shooting.
different
And
bits, bro.
Dombi with a 3K.
For this final round.
Yeah, I mean, you have almost no util on PRIMMIE as well. It was just a one singular smoke, and you just lost Governor. I mean, you have lost so much power. This judge has to find value. He gets 1, but that's just gonna be it. Persia says, all right, that site opened up, boys. Let's go. Paranoia comes through. Cruz gets 1. Probably comes out. You know he's on the other side of the corner. Persia, he will back out because you already have space on the B side. Nongshim is just everywhere on Lotus.
So quick and so fluid to take down B, but at least Cruz will be able to find that frag against Persia. Maybe a little bit timing to get back through blue door now, but at the same time, it's the 2 players from Nongshim, Francis and Ivy, trying to hold up in elevated positions. Spots
1. See where the other is. Ivy waiting for it, but now they decide they are just going to stick to it. They're trying to hide them away, and it's a 1v1! And PRIMMIE doesn't lose
movement,
those,
bro.
as he will secure the round, give Talon
This kid is
chance.
different, bro.
back into A. Governor with the judge right around the door.
I mean, Nongshim's seen this before, so I don't think they're going to make the same mistake. He tries to spread out the angles, but it's not going to find it. But do you expect second judge? Not quite, but they will battle through it.
That Jago.
The numbers able to come back into Swarm. Now it's just Cruz working alongside.
Oh, if you shoot one more time.
Cruz will be the first
Bro,
to fall. The
GG.
next is
Only Ban left.
all that's left is just Ban at match
With that
point. He's
judge.
caught nothing but a judge.
Oh my.
It's not looking good for Ban. He was hoping, he was waiting that there would be a turnaround, a flank, whatever it might be. He'll land the shot. He gets a weapon. 1v3. Margaret's low, so it is still doable.
No reason for him to do that, but
net as well.
this is tough.
Now Nongshim
Not
just
saying
keeping
possible.
spread out, not giving him these fights, forcing him to clear every single angle. Spots the spike. He wants to clear out the obvious locations first. Finds one, finds two, but not
NT, bro, NT. GG.
his teammates covered as Nongshim will rise once again on Lotus to lead the series 1-0.
13-9. They close it out in style. They close it out with speed and agility. So quick, so many times in these rounds.
This is a good map for Talon, my friends. Last time they looked clean here.
In with the graph net
For Nongshim?
already the pickups for Talon. Ben on the
They
other
played
side of being
some
short as well. They
games
just barrel
combined
all the way
too.
through into the A site.
Yes, Bone. Having experience here.
You know, now I'm just curious. Like, if Talon just played Bind all 3 maps, you know, would they just beat every team in Pacific? 'Cause
Gotta be the GOATs.
They look so confident. I mean, sure, it's a pistol and you can come in with a set
Let's see
play and
today,
things
man.
like that,
I think this
but
is going to be a
it's
good
already
game.
just a steamroll through the site. Cruz and PRIMMIE very low, but that shouldn't really stop them. Obviously, Cruz far out from the site as well. There's that barrier mesh. I mean, we talk about it
This is
every
so
time
launched
the pistol
with the
round.
pistol,
It is
bro.
just going to be not a mesh anymore, just a straight up barrier itself, as Nongshim finally being allowed to get back into the site.
Okay, Frenzy maybe to launch an assault from Lamps, but he saw 2 players already. It's already a tough spot. Tries to go for a spray transfer.
First is
Not
insane,
quite
but
the
this
SMG or
is
anything like that, so
impossible.
unfortunately falls and
See if
And
Talon can run
PRIMMIE
away
on
with it.
deadlock, right? I know that if Talon loses,
T1, they got the previous
the fans will
pistols
be
against,
mad as
Nongshim
fuck,
on the previous
bro.
map
They
as
wanna
well,
see
so
Fair
now
playing duelists,
Fearless
bro.
continuing forward
Like,
with that kind of
tell me a
style.
lie.
It's Governor straight into Lamps.
It's gonna
Perhaps
be
they
fake,
don't even
and
care
just
if they
bait
win
out
or
the
lose.
ultra. They
They
wait
just wanna
so
see PRIMMIE
patiently.
do
The
this.
spike's always been on the B side. Now TP across. You still leave a lurker as well. PRIMMIE gonna try to find a shot, but oh, he's
So that could've been the round.
by the Neon running across. Now back up, just barely arriving. The shear wall does its job. You're allowed to get rid of Little Bro, and now the attack has been stopped. Spike just stranded in the middle of the site. Nongshim trying to fight to make sure they defend this round.
See, now this is maybe why you don't see the deadlock in Nongshim's current
I heard
composition.
Frost
That Vi's
saying
providing
in
all that
interview
utility,
that
all that
PRIMMIE
stall
doesn't want to
potential
play duelist.
up around the B site.
That blew my
It was a
mind,
good
not
thing.
gonna lie.
It was a good plan from Talon.
And that he was
Unfortunately, the
practicing a lot of
execution
Tejo
got
on the
completely
off-season.
thwarted by
Wanna play
Nongshim
the
and their
agent.
setup.
Yeah, it's very interesting because a big part of that deadlock for Nongshim was a lot of those kind of long-range combo plays, the lineups, things like that, as we have Margaret kind of on a timer, on a swivel, watching their backs. Persia's already watching the jump out from
Hey,
Hookah.
Cruz.
Ooh, okay, Cruz gonna win that.
Okay.
Cruz has a chance
That's
to
time.
get all the way up close to his Nightfall, which would be a huge success even if he can't get the bonus round win. This is already so much damage done against Nongshim.
20 seconds left.
Double peek out. Cruz waits for it, and he lands a
NT,
third,
bro.
and that's
NT.
now
Man,
1
this is a
point
W
away
for Talon.
from his
They have no
Nightfall.
money.
That's PRIMMIE right there. But at the same time, I mean, the entire round, the fact that Talon kind of set themselves up in this way, this fashion, knowing
I was not
a bit of an
expecting
anti
bro.
can come
This is the next
through,
round was
Cruz being able to
half by
hold
far.
and retrieve information, at least gets away with that 1 kill and picks up the
Nongshim.
Nightfall for the next round, mind you. But at the same time, feeds the information over to Jit Boys. That's such big value.
Keep your guard up.
So far, the bulk of that delay util being set up on B, not quite
Big goats,
working
man.
out. They also don't have that toxic screen successfully going all the way through towards Bats as well, so you always need members here. The relay boat's not going to hit. Dombi, you need to realize that. He doesn't quite set up the fast lane. Almost gets the double nonetheless, but they will eventually get the pinch. 2 people still in Showers. Talon, they know they need to fight through this if they want some
I
space.
said that
They don't get it
yesterday,
anymore,
man.
so it's a push
Denby has to
site,
play new
and it's
every
going to
map.
be an instance around for Nongshim. 3 members of Nongshim here, just looking for the trades against each other. Pain chills, pushes him out. Persia has to walk out. He gets caught just in the last second by the Annihilation. Dombi, relay boat. Does he push out? It's a timing pinch from either side, but only Ivy surviving.
widest bag.
Maybe that's just enough. Takes down more members. It's just down to Chip Boys. Goes across the Cosmic Divide. He spots him. Ivy looking for the fight. Jit Boys, he's
Jit
aware.
Boys.
It's a 1v2. Francis, haunt spotted at full health. Jit Boys, the timing on the peak. Francis baits him out with the tap. Jit Boys is just
Big call.
going to
Big
hold
call.
true. He gets
Jit
the timing.
Boys, that
Waits for
was
Francis to check the
incredible, bro.
50-50,
Actually
and
incredible.
Jit Boys will get the Red Bull clutch.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Where do we even begin? What
that
a
was
round
insane.
For both teams, but Talon, unfortunately, are going to be the ones to really bring it across the finishing
Now
line.
forward
This
for
time,
Nongshim.
it's not just Primmie, it's Jit Boys. It's players like Cruz
like
at the
Jit
same
Boys a lot.
time. I mean, unfortunately, he falls, but it's a lot of info being gained, and the way that Ben was able to hold that long angle, getting a spam through, just so much information at hand, but it's down to some of these micro movements in place. I want to note how I
he
went
saw
in for
that.
a huge wide swing,
Bro, that was
stopped
perfect.
just in time to hold
Just
the
to push out, being lower on that eco, you do have that hero
Look at that,
rifle
look
on
at
Persia.
that.
That's what they want to set up for. It's the scout, and then the double peek, triple peek. It just
They saw the
continues.
players
How many
and they
members are
kept
on here?
going.
Talon. It doesn't matter. They got to start to make a run towards that A site. They have to just give up the weapons.
So
Actually,
just
they had the
starting things
flash
off with a
though,
little bit
right?
of a read, but it is Ivy
Nah,
isolated
he's
on
the
the
same,
A
man.
site. He's
He's
going to have to
the
try to hold lamps for dear life. Spots
Go
on
unlucky.
Cruz on a swivel, but Cruz is able to swing right back against him. Domby fires up some shots. The rest of the team just trying to rotate on over.
Yeah, Domby arriving just in time to make sure that at the very least he pushes them back away from the back of sight. That's going to tag two people, so you know two are trapped here. Showstopper comes out for a counter delay. Governor's just playing for time, and he'll get exactly what he gambled for.
Alright, sends it, and that's a bit of a signal for Danby to start his assault in with the overdrive. Gets a little bit more space alongside the hunt. Spots Governor out by the other side of the lamps, but ooh!
Big kill, man.
Governor able to tag and spray him down. Jitboy still holding on the offense. In Astral form, he gets caught by the Sheriff. Now the rest of the team continues on with their onslaught. Jumping right click.
Time.
Governor Cruz has to hold it up from Cubby, but no!
Cruz on the round, bro.
Spike
The
goes
captain.
up. Unfortunately, still the round for Talon.
10 clutch for him here in VCT Pacific, but no time to celebrate as we move right on in. Judge at the ready, Cosmic Divide right off the bat. And this means Talon, they're not really going to care about showers at all for the time being.
Yeah, they're happy to kind of just work their way around the A site without the showers. Control, Nongshim are the ones who have to kind of work the angles around it. It's not going to be easy, man. At the other time, it's going to be Ivy up around towards maybe the backside of Spawn or Heaven. Margaret trying to kind of launch a bit of a flank through.
Van has to get this. Van has to get the win, and he will. That means the rest of his teammates can still watch for that ban, can still create that crossfire. It's going to be a lot of delay. There's the Thrash as well. I love it. Just a proactivity just to buy some time. You don't need to greed for the kills, because otherwise they still have to deal with all this util delay over on the spike itself. Van, good for another kill here on the flank. They're trying to go for the spray. Persia sprays down through the smoke with the Phantom. Governor, all alone, stops it at half.
Has the Judge.
Timing, not gonna land it.
The way they
Persia
lose is
will
different,
snipe
man. I'm
him
telling
out on
you.
the jump.
This
And it
is
will
insane.
be Nongshim. I mentioned the sheer wall now working off of the Razor Vines and the Flash and the potential Poison Cloud over by Short. That shuts down A side pretty much. For all the delay possible, you just have to hold on. The toxic screen, where is it? You're just out in the open fighting.
They
and
wave.
now Domby,
That could
Relay
be a
Bolt comes up
clean
fast.
kill,
He
man.
wants to fight
Okay.
as he always
That's good for
does, but
Talon.
that is exactly where sometimes he will fall as he gets
Big
too close
kill,
to
man.
the sun.
Big kill.
And Talon
No
once
money
again
for Nongshim.
shutting down any attempt at holding onto the site from Nongshim.
They're carrying forward with that steel confidence as well. I mean, Talon not really slowing down. Cruz, unfortunately, will be the one to fall, but at least they are able to hold a lot of this space and gather more information because of that ban. Able to keep
And
himself
these two
posted
have
up inside of
big
elbow.
ults.
Spots another play. Ooh! Does get dinked, though. And has to kind of throw down that mosh pit to buy a little bit more time and save. Orbital Strike comes out from Persia to clear a little bit more space, but at the same time, a bit of a trap in. Ivy's still able to land a flick, though, but Primmie comes back onto the trade. It's just Persia. Gets the shot on towards Primmie and hides inside of the smoke to try to stick it through, but Jit Boys, he hops in
Man,
with
big round. They have no money and notes.
a little bit fanned out across the map.
Bro, this play will be a crazy
Talon
game.
is just a complete surround. All they want is one, and they'll get it for free. Primmie, still good for it. Okay, the Baramish goes up, so he's still going to buy a lot of time. Now, are they wary of Margaret? It looks like it.
For
Not
Nongshim,
sure if they heard,
need to win
not
this
sure if they
round.
saw, or if it's just a re-clear, but it's going to be a great wide swing, that's for sure. And now Talon leading in numbers.
Man, I want to see
4-2.
split. Not gonna lie. I want to
Nongshim,
see
they're just
split
going to
so
split
bad.
up. They're going to take the 1v1s. Talon, they were waiting to group up as 3, but that has spent a lot of time, a lot of space for them to have to re-clear. Ivy going to work on that delay. He can use that on a timing, and that's going to start to pressure Nongshim or Talon quite a bit on this retake. So Cruz creeping in. He should find Persia. Yeah, they just had their backs against each other. And now he turns around, and that should be the call. Ivy now stuck on the site. The Han finds him. Governor lands the shot.
RedForce, man.
For Governor, which he was
Have
finding
to,
a
right?
lot of value with.
Bro, NRG yesterday was forcing every fucking time. They're trolling.
Well, they know he's stuck. Could just go for the spam through the wall. You know the seize is there, and Governor holds true to his faith. Lands the shot eventually. Francis down. No information on that side of the map anymore. And now Margaret, he'll have to rejoin, but on this force buy here from Nongshim, it's not looking great.
This is a desperate force.
Still okay for now. PRIMMIE to hold out Garden.
Oh, the grab net timing so good as well. And now Ban just needs to wait. It is a bit of a tricky angle. He has to make sure he lands the timing, and he'll just get the shots right onto Margaret. The Sonic Sensor doing its job.
Nongshim gets on the site, but not quite safe enough to really stick it through. They're going to try to do it inside of the 2, but okay, Dambi takes out Ban. Might have a bit of a pick up the 2.
Oh my.
Ivy with the Guardian shots back in towards elbow, though. That does even out the odds a little.
Persia resets. You've already closed off the other side with the judge. Ivy, he needs to win these fights. He's waiting for the double swing out, but it's okay. Dombi gets it on the other side. Dombi's going for the swing!
I saw that happening. I saw that happening.
Dombi gets the 4K to keep Nongshim in the
bro,
game.
please play Neo next map if we get there. Actually, there's game here now. There's actually game here now.
You have 4 pistols. It's just Dombi. Dombi alongside the rest of the team. They were able to strike back against him.
Things need to play
Ben
to his
tried
friends.
to do his best to really hold, but
That's the meta.
Stinger coming back.
That will always be the
against
meta.
him. Ivy
My
finding the shot in towards elbow. That just gives a little
Don't
bit
try
more
to
space
be like
as well.
others, bro.
And down to
Do your
it,
thing.
though Talon had the weaponry, somehow Dombi in with the slides still finds the range on that judge.
Governor trying to bait one in. A perfect timing from Margaret, but Governor gets out with his life, so he'll be safe for the time being. Meanwhile, they just wait for the smoke to drop.
Oh my god, there's a lot of people here.
It's a firing squad waiting for Nongshim. They finally get what they want. The grab net keeps him at bay.
Go, go, go! Kill the guy.
There's a Prowler just to be safe, but that gives him
That's what fear does to you, bro.
time! Francis stays alive and takes them all out.
How? He was not meant to do that. He was hit by the grab net, the grab well coming
They
in on the other
hesitate,
side.
bro. They
Still
hesitate. Like,
just
PRIMMIE
bursting
didn't have
through
dash.
with Phantom.
Where's your dash,
Governor
bro?
just Governor. If he gets 1 kill, he gets the showstopper. Maybe an opportunity there, but you've got to find so much.
Razor Vines activated. Governor.
Nah, that's not because he didn't dash. He just hesitated. Actually, he played scare, you know? Like, in a sense, he played scare.
This angle. It's a timing between the 2, and he finds Governor.
Change is 7, no money for Talon.
They creep all the way into showers during all this time. They're finally going to spot somebody, but there's the Steel Garden. So knowing that they should have the weapons advantage, there's the overdrive as well. Dombi. Okay, I was getting a little afraid that he might chase all the way through because he does that sometimes. But
wait now.
Nongshim will secure that A
Or
site.
go home, bro.
Able to hold Margaret.
Actually,
fight as well, but okay.
they're from Thailand, bro.
Fall right back
They win, they might
at them.
go home
Not
too.
Cruz.
Yeah, just 1 tag, so that's going to be the full chase from Thrash. Lamps pushed all the way through, but the Razorvine prevents a follow-up from Talon. There's a fast lane coming back up as well to deny information.
Actually, no, I'm a player.
Forgot
about that.
Now Governor jumping through, Showstopper online. Nongshim will just wait for it. They still haven't heard the spike being tapped. Eventually gets Dombi from close range. You've now taken over the site, but can you survive the Util? They can't quite knock away the Molly. Half done by Wingman. Persia gets taken out. Francis deleted from showers. 1 more for Cruz.
Okay, they got that. They got that for sure.
He just doesn't have the vision, and the
Big round,
defuse
big
comes
round.
through for Talon. Heavy stack on B from Talon, still not able to make up their minds. Now they get the contact, and Nongshim reads this accurately as well. They know that speed is on their side. The rotations so far have really been going as they have intended, but this time,
So Viper split for Nongshim.
on the site, he is
Cosmic
chipped down to
divide for Talon.
29. He's got to back out.
While he backs out, Dambi
This is a
holds
tough
up towards
retake, man.
Lamps. Viper spit comes up from
Tough
Margaret,
retake
and
with the
it's gonna
Governor
be
on the up.
Nongshim's to hold. They're trying
Maybe he
to
dropped
keep
that
the
to his
sports
boys
as
and
much
play with
as
the Vandal?
possible while Talon tries to launch an assault from the
That old
other
bit is smart
side,
decision.
just around the pit. They're going to try to break their way through it.
All right, the Molly just really making sure nobody can actually come through on the pit. Right now, Nongshim just making it so hard for Talon to find any entry, whether it's from above or in front. But PRIMMIE starts to break through the line. Chip Boys joins him. So does Ban. The pit goes down.
Shit is
and it's just
crazy.
a clear field,
Oh
and
my god, they
Dombi
won the
gets
round.
taken out
They won the
by
round.
Talon now
Jesus
at map
Christ.
point, looking to extend this to
Other
split.
side, so maybe going back to the initial plan of slipping through from this toxic screen. Going a little bit faster this time. Nightfall at the same time as well to push any potential onlookers away. But PRIMMIE inside the lamp's not quite hit by anything until Dambi slides in.
I would like to see PRIMMIE doing things like this, you know what I mean?
Just as aggressively.
This is a save, bro. This is a save. There's nothing he can do here.
Nightfall, he tried to reposition. He thought he had
The
an
money
angle,
is okay, but not great.
Just too fast for these players. Their set play. They used to do this a lot with the grab net towards Showers, just keeping them trapped in. Make sure they don't have a choice. It's going to be over to strike on Lamps this time. Just allows Dambi to try to pinch onto Showers if necessary. Dambi gets slowed down by the Dizzy. There's a TP that comes through, but the Nongshim team, they are already on site. Francis, he's going to gun down at least one, but he catches sight of 2 more members. Spike
Gotta trade, gotta trade.
Ivy waiting in back,
the
gets
boys.
taken
Okay,
down. Talon, they might have an opening to finally try to close this map.
We're going to split unless Margaret pulls up a miracle.
Nightfall used. Talon just need the one Cosmic Divide. They're not close by the short side, and it's just going to be a swing out. And
DJ, bro. DJ.
Sure
I love that. I want to see split. I want to see OT when split, actually. Let's go.
Closing out the second map, 13-10. Talon. They meet Nongshim's force with their own forces down in this final round, just pushing out, just holding out from Showers, right? Taking down these players.
We're not cooking anymore. We're going back to something a bit more standard.
Yeah, PRIMMIE once again. On deadlock.
A little bit more assistance
Governor
right now. Nongshim,
playing.
especially with that Teo, does allow them to...
Crazy, and they heard me, bro. They are playing new every map now.
Picked up. Margaret still trying to hold outside of a ramp.
Yeah, he knows that there's at least 2 people here, so he calls for support. It's going to be a little bit late, so he has to run all the way over to mid. And they're just going to say, okay, if they've already pushed out that far over to A main, we're just going to try to take control of mid.
And take control of mid they will. Dambi further back into possibly stairs as well. I mean, I don't know where he's going at this point. A little bit out into rafters, back into stairs, back in towards the B site, alongside the rest of the team. Still though, Margaret has to hold off stairs now. The Boombot finding a lot. Dambi back in underneath Hell with the right clicks.
Yeah, Cam finally getting cleared out as well. Dambi was stuck there with the grab net, so eventually he will be able to escape just a bit late. Salvo going to allow for Dambi to go for the wraparound, puts that pressure on. So Talon, they now can't go for the immediate flood. Ban has to watch for the flank, and that keeps him tied up. Dambi making it sound like he's escaped, and that's just going to be the bait for Ban. But PRIMMIE already now pushing through from the side. The defuse is going through. Can they make sure they block it with the util for the time being? There's the fault line support. PRIMMIE will escape just in time. Dambi lands one at long range, and he's trying to fight the swing around. 24 HP, but PRIMMIE wins out. And eventually, Persia, can he get here on time? Not quite.
Oh, that was actually close, man. That was actually close as fuck.
Oh, for good old Governor to stick the defuse.
She was just kind of playing, all right, well, where are you guys hiding? Like, where are the judges? Where are the other weaponry? Where are you trying to just kind of bait us in to an easy fight? Dambi just trying to bait out a stray shot or 2. Margaret will try to blindly fire as we see the spike get planted. It is planted for Heaven, and you do have Ivy waiting by ramps.
Still just holding. Spike down, and of course Talon trying to flood back in. Can't wait to see what they're gonna do. It's the annihilation straight out from screens.
Good, that's good.
Yeah, it just lands right there in the corner, all the way across the map, and that's gonna pull 1 member away. Dambi now has to fight for his life on this side. It's not gonna work out. They're already all there. I mean, you might have some utility, but I don't think it's going to be enough. You have the fault line, trying to get them off of it. Keeps them at bait. He lands the shot from long range. That gives Margaret time to swing around over to Heaven. They're still fighting for their life. They have to get through. They have to get the spam, but Chip.
What?
The shot comes through from Persia, and that
I thought they got that. A big round for Talon, man. Big round.
Through the IGL. Cell drone gets sprayed down, but this hides Governor on the side. Yep, there it is, and now the crossfire begins. Margaret and Dambi down. That's going to be the tip of the spear, but also the flanks just completely erased from Nongshim.
Oh, and PRIMMIE out for another angle.
Man, this is gonna break Nongshim economy.
Francis down. The spike
to allow Talon to do it.
It's just Ivy to try to slip on through inside screens.
They know.
Like a lot of money.
Yeah, the guiding light checks as well. So Talon this time just reading the entire setup of Nongshim. I mean, that guiding light checking if Ivy, did you sneak through? Because we aren't seeing you anymore. We saw that.
Nothing he can do here, man. But I forgot to mention, man, this is a dangerous round for Talon. This is normally where they lose.
Straight up mid.
Yeah, so starting to play a bit more macro here, but again, I look at the immediate.
The next game will be
Cruz. He just steps away from the salvo.
versus
There's no further smokes to mask that information, so he gets up close.
The thing,
he should recognize that there was a
main
pass there, so he's just gonna hold. See if Domby tries to get curious. Oh, and Domby finds him right at the edge of the smoke, guns him down with the stinger.
It wasn't an enemy.
Does catch him. Does the Berry Mesh trap him? I don't quite know, but the relay bolt will keep PRIMMIE trapped away, and Domby in your face. And that's a triple kill for the Stinger, now traded for the Vandal, even picked up the spike. He is all over this A site.
Deep smoke from Showstopper. I mean, for Persia to hold off that north screens as well. Showstopper from Governor tries to try to retake space though. Paint shells to clear out elbow, but Domby pushes out against him. Governor trades and down to Margaret.
That was incredible, bro. What a beautiful round by this guy, man.
And the cab
play new every fucking time. Forget that any other agent in the game.
Still be stuck somewhere over.
People were saying that they nerfed Neon because of this guy.
And there it is. Smile for the camera, Governor. The street take's not looking good. Down to 30 HP. Margaret picks up the kill.
I knew they were gonna lose this run, bro. I fucking knew it.
For Nongshim to bring them up to 2.
Absolutely nuts and ridiculous with how he's able to pull that off. Quick with the stinger and the movement straight out ramps. Yeah, that was like some kind of a bit of a fake, but then immediately, as soon as he finds that contact against Cruz, gets into sight. The fault line from assistance from his teammates as well. But because of that, he was then able to take down the next player, pick up the rifle.
That means we're going to heavy stack on B in case this is another read. There's the Rolling Thunder. They will empty the site. It's an immediate flood all the way back in. They're all already outside, ready to pop out of Raptors. Ban already on the site. He's not going to be able to get it, but Cruz good for the trade. Governor guns down Domby. That's the overdrive gone. Still a trade even, but Margaret with the drop down. Governor swivels
good trade,
on
Governor.
a dime.
That was pretty good.
All alone, 1v2.
The timing.
Still no information about Jit Boys, and he will arrive in time to secure the round for Talon.
Made a bit more pressure from Nongshim, but once again, just picking up the alt orb from Garage. Well, ooh, this time, Margaret a little bit caught outside of ramps. 3 players looking to try and spam him down. Oh, just for 1 second, the cage goes off and they spot him.
Playing like this.
Yeah, no way to get out of that one, but that's good util investment because now you can keep your eyes set onto that B site. You've got some tripwires just for delay, just to see information on the post plant. But they will slowly get cleared out one by one. You still have control of Valley, you still have control of Heaven, so it's not a bad shot for Talon as they look at a 5v4 retake, but a nice first shot from Francis is going to even things up.
Cosmic Divine right there to block off Garage, but still trying to keep them pinched down around the pillars. Nongshim will continue to fight.
Okay, they know.
Unfortunately, though, Ivy falls, and it's just Persia, who has been noted, tries to swing out around it, but 2 targets.
Beautiful Talon, beautiful.
Positions in their A pool.
No money.
Getting that information, stealth drone. Domby holding close, but immediately Governor says, "Get the heck out of here!" And he will shut down the Neon. No
that feels good, bro. Guy got dunked.
So good so far. Talon has been able to meet Nongshim every step of the way. Now, possibly with the paint shells as well, to continue to fend them off and hold. He holds such a tight angle up around the edge of Rafters. While the rest of the team here to ready and play around it as well. Cosmic
beautiful round, Governor. Beautiful round.
Governor going for a quick peek. Takes out at least one. Margaret down to low HP. Jit Boys onto the other side. Flicks the angle up towards Heaven and continues to hold outside of Garage. That's Persia down. All that's left. Francis out from hell. Trying to find a bit more spacing, but tied.
H3 looking good for Talon, man.
Up to 8. Nice and early just to clear out space, but this time they'll make sure they secure it. Up through Heaven, it's a crossfire. Governor, he's caught out. He just wanted to wait to see if Domby would repeat. But that is going to be a surround here. PRIMMIE needs to win that. He's going to hold on to Heaven. It'll keep Nongshim locked up just a bit. Allows for his teammates to re-enter. Everyone is tagged up. They still don't expect Domby to remain there. And now it's Ivy. It's just a ping pong back and forth, the bait and switch. Domby swings out again. PRIMMIE's ready for it.
But look at me, for Valorant,
Ivy holds really.
He would be good for Talon
to keep them a little bit interested,
to be on
enough pressure,
Masters, man.
They're gonna keep
I think the interactions with the crowd, the interesting of the fans,
the site, screens,
for this thing,
well
for the
back of elbow.
I think it would be good, man.
Ivy wasn't spotted by that guiding light, so there's a timing here for him to strike back. It's a nice crossfire for now on the site between Francis and Persia. Francis not able to win it, but there's the fault line, the annihilation to keep him at bay. It does land, so Ban in a 1v1.
But Nongshim has other plans. Nongshim has other plans.
Persia says no!
Prince of Clutch.
Such an incredible effort out from Ban. The annihilation. smart and
18
forward
kills
thinking.
for
He was
PRIMMIE,
able
man.
to
They
land
did
that, but down to the
different.
final shot. Unlucky with how Persia was able to read that and play ahead of him, crouch down off, at a bit of an angle against him as well. Still though, it's not too bad of a first half for Talon.
Great boss. See if it's going to be successful. Smoke comes out, but he is not going to stop. He jumps all the way through and lands a headshot onto Persia. That opens things up for Talon immediately. It's a quick turnaround from Heaven. There's a good tag, and Domby jumps down, but PRIMMIE's ready for it. Trade from Francis, but Spike's still down, and Ban still hidden in the middle of the map.
I think he hopped over, so he was kind of hurt out by Francis, and there it is. A shot from the flank, picks up the ghost, and maybe a slight opportunity for Nongshim to find a retake now.
Too early.
All the way through the back of garage, actually.
Yeah, just banking on the fact that there is nobody in garage. He'll have to quickly clear it. The flash just to keep their attention tied up. Jit Boys found. There's the stun. Pushes him away. Don't think he was hit. And Jit Boys is ready for it. That's a swivel 180. Ivy now pushing forward. Has to find the 1v1s. But this is one of the worst angles for it.
Shit,
And
boy,
Jit
bro.
Boys
They are actually doing it.
Not sure if they quite suspect it because they have nobody watching it. Turn around. Waiting for it. They're ready for it. Governor with 2. Connects onto 3. Already
Maybe ace?
halfway there for the showstopper.
Yeah, man, this is big.
So
Like,
cognizant.
if he gets to the showstopper,
And now off the other side of
the
the
next
map
round?
as well. Okay, and a rotation
Could've been
already
GG.
over. It's just Margaret to hold her up around B. You're alone. You got a classic.
Or if
No
it was a
way this
business guy
happens
should
for
jump.
Nongshim. Talent, they're happy to launch this death march straight into the A site. There are some trips around, so maybe an opportunity for Francis to get away with a kill or 2, but not too much. Actually, not going to be finding anything.
Yeah, Salvo's used as well just to try to get a cheeky kill. But now, not going to find much.
Damn.
He gets quite a bit of chip damage here and there, both on the Governor and Jit Boys. With those straight right clicks.
oh my
Governor
god, oh my god, he went away from the showstopper already.
As well.
He knows, he knows.
He wants it, he finds Margaret. Margaret, you gotta run.
Look
You
at
gotta
it.
run. They're coming
Ah!
for you. Oh, the ace is inside, and Cruz says,
Bro.
oh, we want the round. We don't quite
Bro,
care
he should
about the
just
ace.
hit.
Yeah.
But he
the
should
round
lose
secured.
move speed.
Also, you know, a little bit of an alt.
Ah, but they
Cruz
can get the
is
orb here.
always
They
good
can get the
value.
orb.
It's always good. 10-4 is such a good
Fight
score
for the orb,
Talon
but-
to be in right now.
At least try, right?
You can see the player cam, like, keep your eyes on that. Once
man,
Governor
this is
found this
huge.
4K, he
This is
starts to
actually huge.
smirk a little bit as he starts that hunt and pushes, you know, the fight.
Why?
all
Good
the way
question, bro. Why?
Wants to try to deny that old orb. Jit Boys takes a lot of damage, but that is going to be the orb given over. Showstopper online. Domby with a nice 2-tap with the judge.
Yeah, Ben getting a little bit too adventurous, possibly. He's just trying to find as much information as possible around the A site, but now you found it. It's a judge around the top of ramps. The rest of the team will have to work with what they've got now from garage, from mid. Dog doesn't find anything much outside of male.
Persia, he's waiting for them to try to creep in.
I think
Maybe
the judge
just
remarks
contact.
expensive.
There's the gravity well, but Governor's already passed it. Finds one.
Oh
Finds
my,
two
what
with
the
Guardian.
fuck was that?
180 opens things up for PRIMMIE.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
And that's
Governor is
possibly
actually
spike
crazy.
planted as well. Bear Mash instantly
How
blocked
the
things
fuck
off.
he got the
Spike
shoot used
picked up.
with the guard?
Or at least able to just get that plant in while Cruz holds back sight. Look at Francis from heaven.
Sonic sensor heard close. So
Bro
Margaret
says that
quite
Governor
well
is
aware of it.
the kind of
PRIMMIE
duelist
finds sight
that
of Francis. They each know the position
not
of
afraid
one.
to make plays,
Cruz
you know?
still holding
There is no
all the
one.
way back, trying to get a little
That
bit of a heal
is
onto
important.
PRIMMIE. Margaret finds this opening, but there's the Sonic sensor. He's caught in the trap. Francis with a headshot. He still knows that PRIMMIE behind that pillar. Low health, salvos to push him out. Wants him to come into the fight. And oh no! The salvos did their job, but PRIMMIE did his as well. The most important thing is going to be that they recognize that there were stingers, so I'm a little surprised that Francis was holding close, just trying to go for that off angle. But it's multiple people here, Domby, good for one, but it's an immediate trade. There's your annihilation that eliminates the members. Nongshim, this isn't the fight you
What's
thought you
happening here?
wanted.
What is
And
happening
now
here?
A pinch on towards that B site.
4v2.
Setting up the barrier mesh. Persia.
Is this
he
the map point
just
for Talon?
needs to hide away. He's been spotted. He's been spotted right there between the smokes. He's holding on with the judge. They want to find him. There's the hops through and the trade for PRIMMIE. And Talon
God.
looking to try to finish this match just one step closer.
Eagle-eyed.
Margaret still alive. Calls for the Cosmic Divide. Talon just,
Bro,
they
you
just want to get
know
to
where
match
the spike
point.
is. You
They
have
don't
to
want
look for the
risk
guy.
anything. Would that singer
put him
buy?
to you,
I
brother.
will say that this is a worthy investment. If it secures that match point, keeps you 7 rounds ahead. 7 chances is quite a bit. There's the sonic sensor. They know about it, and there's the gravity well.
Bro,
Shitball.
TALON, keeping the dream alive.
They don't like the hits that have been coming on
Bro,
that BC.
bro,
They rely
well
on their
played,
firepower,
TALON.
but
Well
now was not
played.
the time. He's past the salvos,
This
a rocket
is the
of his own
thing
in hand, and
we
B-side
are
opened
expecting
up.
to say,
Zombie is
and
close,
that
but you gotta
has a
respect the
good
showstopper.
chance
Just gets
to
blasted close
whatever
range.
they
Make sure
think
no one's right around
next.
the corner. There's the barrier mesh.
After this
Spots
game,
Zombie as
we
well,
got
so you know the backup has
DFM
arrived. And look at Band's
versus
position holding all the way
JNG,
far
got
back.
Texture
Talon feeling
versus
so
May.
safe in this post plant. All angles covered. Sonic sensors still alive. Stealth drone, it does get popped. We'll get one ping, but there's the grab net. Zombie slowed down. He's stuck on it. He wants to get away, but he
GG!
and PRIMMIE will help.
And also, don't
Talon
forget to leave a
to
like
get
and subscribe,
another
man. I
top four
always forget
position.
to ask
And
that,
couple
but it helps
steps
a lot.
away from Masters
Appreciate.
Bangkok.
Just feeling that confidence, right? Feeling that energy. Talon surges forward with that win from behind, carries it over onto Split.